Hello guys, what's up? This is Pro FSX Videos. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the DC-9 from Coolsky Flight 1 McFat from the cold and dark, starting with the normal procedure list. We're right now in Lübeck, Echo Delta Hotel Lima. This is German Airports 3. Anyway, we're going to continue with the tutorial. The way you set up cold and dark is you go to this arrow here, Flight Center, and then cold and dark, all systems off. Alright, so let us start with the... I haven't seen a lot of videos on how to start the Coolsky DC-9, but it's very similar to the MD-80, so if you have experiences with that aircraft, it'll be very easy. So yeah, let us start. First, I'm gonna load in some fuel. So I'm gonna load the minimum fuel, which is 8,042 pounds of fuel. So you go into the dispatch, and as you can see, there's more than enough, so 8,040. Right, so, oops, slow that. Alright, so you want to go to the overhead, shift 2. Maintenance status is checked, not really simulated battery switch, check volts, and on. There we go. Air conditioning supply is off. Cabin altitude control lever is on auto. It's default to auto, so it's okay. Auxiliary control correction. Auxiliary hydraulic pump is off. Fire protection test. So you go over here. We can disregard these. You go over here and you click on B and A. Let me move here with Easy Dock. And A. The bell cutoff works. So that is tested. Electrical power and air conditioning, we have to establish that. So shift 2, start the APU by putting the start pump on, and then putting this to start and then letting go. And APU RPM is rising. EGT is not yet rising. So once the RPM is above 95, this light should go off right here, saying that the APU pressure is okay. There we go, that extinguished. EGT is rising. Right, all is stable. So now, right bus, left bus. You hear that ding, that means we have power. Now put the right fuel tank pump on and turn the start pump off. Galley can go on. Arm the emergency lights and put the no smoking sign on. Alright, so also shift 3 and put this on as well. Right, now we have power to the aircraft. As you can see, the gauges are somewhat normal now. Okay, originating and receiving checklist, pre-flight inspection is completed, logbook forms and manuals are checked, gear pin stowed, battery switch, shift 2 once again, is on. Aft overhead panel is checked, circuit breakers on. We could test the cockpit voice recorder by clicking on test over here, and as we speak it should increase, as you can see. So it's getting the voice from your microphone now. So it's all good. Alright, checked. Electrical system is checked. Fuel pumps are checked and off. So the fuel pumps are checked and the crossfeed is off, as you can see. Right. Emergency lights are armed. No smoking is on. Ice protection checked. You want to turn the windshield anti-ice on, or the windshield heat, and the captain heat on as well. And here current is going on. Instrument warning, what you want to do with instrument warning is click on instrument warning test right here. You should close this panel and see how this all lights up. It's good. You could reset this by clicking on reset. Wind shear, shift U once again. You want to click on the wind shear test, which is right here, the button below the label. And now just wait, as you can see.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Okay, that is okay. Anti-skid, tested and off. The way you test it is you click on anti-skid, arm, and off. So all is good. Stall warning is tested. Oops, pardon me. We can turn these storm and cockpit lights on. Yaw damper, turn that on, which is right here. Going by the checklist, so speed command tested. The way you do the speed command is click over here, speed command slow, and you should see slow over here, the little cross below above slow, and same with same with fast, cross below fast, off. So that is tested. Mach trim tested. The way you test that is click on E here, tested, and it should give you a it should, you know, light up and then extinguish. So that is good. Cabin pressure panel, sorry, radio rack, fan. I'm taking it slow so you guys could follow along. Cabin pressure panel checked. We could put the oxygen on, and let's supply it with air. So you wait 10 to 15 seconds, or else you could block out the bleeds. So just keep that in mind. There we go. Radio rack once again checked. Cabin pressure is checked. Ram air is off, which is right here. And interior panel, reverse and exterior lights. Okay, so position lights are on. So and interior panel lights tested. So it's right here. So that is tested. Reverser and exterior lights are checked. And reverser lights are right here. This one and this one. And this one, this one. Just test all these lights. Where I'm clicking is where you should be clicking to make sure that the lights are tested. That is this stall test. Terrain.
Terrain.
Alright.
Light flow.
Going back to the checklist. Static select, air data, shut off, normal is on. So it is right here, shift 3, static is normal and on. After that, flight instruments, overspeed as I just did right here.
Full up. Terrain. Light flow.
Right. Oh, there we go. So that's the stall. Actually, that's the overspeed. After that, autopilot servers, you want to, slat extend light is right here. You want to turn the autopilot servers on, so they're right here, 1, 2, and 3. And then after that, brake select pressures on both, which is this handle right here. And the pressure is okay, as you can see, it's in the green. And in the green. Soon. Fire protection is tested. Engine instruments are checked. Gear, lights, horn. Right click on the gear handle. And then click here to mute it. Alright, so that is good. Hydraulic system checked. So hydraulic system is checked. Radar and transponder, we're gonna set the transponder into 2014. So 2, 0, 1, 4. That is checked and is on standby. Radar. With the radar we're going to put on test. So that works. Angle tilt, set it to 5. We can stabilize it as well. So that's the gain. The gain is on auto. Alright, or at least should be. After that, hydraulic system is checked, as I said. Radar transponder on. Stabilizer, rudder, and aileron trim should be 0, 0. And then set in the green, so we're going to set it to 5. Actually, you know what? Speed cards, takeoff, transfer it to 5. We need to go into dispatch and check our trim, 7.1. So you're gonna hear a warning. That means that that there's stabilizer motion within, in the green area. So that's 6. 7.1 about. Alright. Spoilers are disarmed. As you can see, this would be I'm having some troubles here. So they're disarmed. Rudder hydraulic control powered. So the rudder is already powered. Cabin altitude control checked and auto, which it is. Flaps and slats retracted, and I'll show you how flaps look like. That's how slats would look like if the light would be on. And we need to power up the hydraulics, of course. So auxiliary, okay.
Flaps retracted.
There we go.
Flaps
so
up, slats retracted.
There you go. Fuel control levers are on off, checked. Radios checked, and you can also press on the thanks to Frugal Sim, I know how to tell you guys. Just click on here and it'll raise and you can see the radios. So want to do just 8. Alright. Originating and receiving checklist completed. Alright. I can also show you guys the before start, but I'm afraid it would be way too long. But I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do the before start as well for you guys. Before start, fuel quantity is checked, so we have 7,984.83 now pounds of fuel on board. Oil and hydraulic quantity is okay, as you could see. Right here we have the hydraulic quantity showing. Oops, sorry, wrong gauge. So there's the oil quantity. Where did the hydraulic quantity go? Right here, sorry, hydraulic pressure. Also hydraulic pressure here. And as we're at it, right, seatbelt sign is on. Probe windshield heat on, and captain, we already did that a little bit before. Fuel pumps, we will put them all on. Cabin pressure panel is already set, so it's in the index mark. Landing altitude is 1,000. You always add, right? So it's 100. Altimeters are set. Radio is checked. Takeoff warning. So just increase the throttle. So the takeoff warning is checked. Parking brake is set. Departure review is completed because we're not going anywhere. Anti-collision lights are right here. Just turn them on. Ignition. Since you usually do both for the first flight of the day, so I'm going to put on both. Air conditioning supply, you want to turn them off. So there's no supply. Pneumatic cross field valves is I believe shift 6. Let me cross check. Shift 5. Okay, so you want to put the left one on. Before start, checklist completed. Okay, now the way you start the engines on this Oh, shoot. My tablet just slid down all the way down to the ground. Stand by. Alright, the way you start this thing is you go to Shift 2. And all you gotta do is lift this flap up. And start it.
Left engine.
Starting left engine. Once he says that, you go over to this panel. Okay, the RPM is not increasing. We did something wrong. Let me just check here. Yep, APU air has to go on. Just remember that APU air has to go on so that the air can start the engine, obviously. So make sure that that is on. And you should see pneumatic pressure rising in here to start the engines, and what it's at about 4. Alright, starting left engine. Once again, you go back here, RPM is increasing, you wait until N2 is at about 20 or 19 or 18. And then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Lift this up. It's continuing to climb. EGT is rising, and 1 is rising. Oil temperature is rising. And once we just passed 35, but then you want to close the flap. And once this is stabilized at around 30 right now, we can start number 2. So go back to Shift 5, close this crossfield valve and open the right one. Then same thing, lift the flap up and start number 2. So percent RPM is rising. EGT is slowly rising. Raise it up. Oil temperature is rising. And 1 is rising, of course. EGT is rising. And once this is past 35, you can close the flap, as I said. Wait till it's stabilized, and then you can close the crossfeed valve. So right about now. There we go. Alright. Cool. Shift 2 once again. You can turn the APU generator bus off. The APU air can go off. And you can turn the supply valves on. And the pressure will increase. Wait about 10 to 15 seconds. Meanwhile we're waiting, we can go back to Shift 5 and close these both pneumatic crossfeed valves. Right. Turn the right one on. APU generator is off. Yes, I know. The warning is here because the APU is running, so you can turn the APU off. Shift 3. Oh, Shift 3, and you can turn the outer gen off. Right. We can set this up to 5,000 feet. Alright, so engines are stabilized. Everything is okay. We can set runway heading, which is here at Lubeck 250. Alright. Shift 2, these are just here to tell you that the parking brakes are on and the anti-skids cannot work, so just put the anti-skids on. Just turn these lights on. Alright, we can go on to the after start checklist. Annunciator panel. We can disregard that, so checked, ignition off, anti-ice for the engines can go off because it is warm outside. Shabba-dabba-dabba. Electrical system is checked, air conditioning supply is on auto. Hydraulic system on, high on. So this is the hydraulic system right here. I flew this aircraft many times. So they can go on to on, high, on. So hydraulic pressure is rising. doors, lights are locked, shoulder harnesses are on, and after start check is completed. After that, you have the before start, and you want to set flaps to 5.
Slats extended.
So slats extended, and there's
Flaps
5. Flight controls, just make sure they're free, because the actual hydraulic steering starts when you start moving. So these lights are on. Right, so release the parking brakes and you're all good to go.
Parking brake released.
So I hope that you guys had a pretty good time and easy time to follow on this video, to follow the video, and to maybe successfully start this thing on your own. So thanks for tuning in, as I said. I once again hope you enjoyed, and sorry for not uploading that many videos. I'm just busy getting ready for school. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and tune in for more. Bye bye.